Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things. Welcome back. It's Twisted Tuesday. I'm Tony Ocean, and Kira Andolino will be joining us on the South Side just in a few minutes, folks. Hope you're having a great day today. This week is Thanksgiving, just 2 days away, folks. We're looking at Tuesday, the 25th of November, and I hope you're having a great day. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, the men and women in the military. Let's not forget our veterans fought for our country. We got a great show lined up for you guys today. Let's go to work. Ocean's Pit right now. Yep, that's everybody. How you doing today? Hope you guys are having a great day. So we were not on the show because, of course, I had every intention of being on the show. But yesterday I took my mom for her follow-up after her surgery, and it was a 9:30 appointment, so we had to be there at 8:45 in the morning. 9:30 ended up being 10 o'clock, and then at 10:40 we had another appointment at the same hospital at Loyola. Just these are all follow-ups, and after 10:40 it took forever, and then they wanted her to take a blood test, and so by the time I got back to the house, it was like 1:30, so in the afternoon. So we were at the hospital all day long, just for follow-up checkups. My mother is fine. Thank you for everybody checking in on my mom, but she was fine. It was just a follow-up. It's Twisted Tuesday, folks, and of course, Carol Brindolino will be joining us just in a few minutes. She's doing some business, so she's running a little late with us. Week coming up, but before that, let's get right to our friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. This year, they went unique, quirky Christmas gifts, stocking stuffers, including the perfect pets. It's the like sleeping pet that breathes. It's a wonderful combination of seniors for children, providing a lifelike, loving ownership experience at $35.99, folks. That's right. They have specials as well. Buy one Milwaukee M18 red lithium extended capacity battery charger or fuel brushes, drill impact driver kit, and get one free of the Milwaukee M18 fuel saw brushless grinder tool, only $. That's right, folks. And Christmas lights on sale all month long, outdoing your neighbors with strings of 100 as low as $9.99. Black Friday, 25% off all Carhartt clothes while is the place. Buy local, shop local, neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. It's a perfect time to get out there and do your Christmas shopping. Black Friday, big sales everywhere. Busy week, folks. We're going to have a busy week coming up. Wednesday will be at the day before Thanksgiving, which is technically the biggest bar night in history. You know, it's supposed to be the night where everybody goes out on Wednesday nights because no one works on Thursday. So I think through the years for our generation, our age, it's not, I mean, it's busy, but it's not like it was before. Probably for the younger kids, exactly, but for us. But anyway, celebrated was at Positano's in Oak Brook. Me, Jumpin' Jerry Jams, and Lisa P. That's a 7 o'clock hit. We'll do 7 to 10 and be there till like 11:30, mixing some disco songs. So that Wednesday, tomorrow. Then Friday, Black Friday, will be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Jerry Jams in Schaumburg. That's an 8 o'clock hit. Saturday, returning to one of my favorite Italian restaurants. It's Villaggio in Roselle. And Tony Toto, Danny Ramundi will be joining us. Christian Knievel will be joining us that night, too, singing some songs. So go to Villaggio Roselle this Saturday. a lot of fun with a lot of good stuff coming out. Carol will be joining us in just a few minutes, folks. So I hope you're having a great Tuesday and getting your stuff. I think there's Carol joining us right now. Let's say hello. How you doing, Patrice? Be kind to one another. Happy Tuesday. Dennis from Lake Geneva, Sandra, Vince from Monday, Joey Spins. I'll see you tomorrow, Joey Spins. That's right, Rolly. It's going to be a good time tomorrow. Carol Brandolino is joining us on the south side. Carol, you with us?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh, my God. Where do I start?
That's it. It's always an adventure.
Always an adventure. So, well, we could talk about it later. We'll just get our little intro going, and I'll tell you all about what's going on.
Yeah, we got the intro going. We got the stuff going. Since Friday, there's so many different stories and stuff that's been happening.
Oh, yeah.
And it's great to see you guys all. First of all, 50 years of the movie Jaws. 50th anniversary of the movie Jaws, still one of the scary shark movies, even though they've come up with more technology, but it's still my favorite shark movie. 50 years. Yes. Also, our friends from Johnny's Cafe is closing its doors after 23 years in Deer Park. It was a great Italian restaurant right across the street from the Deer Park Mall, and they're closing after 23 years. Carol, people say aluminum. Why do you think people put aluminum foil on doorknobs at night before you go to bed?
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. What is that? Is this a joke?
Me either. No. Okay. It's either on your at night, and also if you're on cruise ships or you're in hotels. And I found out why they put it on there. So when someone goes to open it, it would crinkle. It'll make noise, supposedly, to make sure there's some intruders. Or if it's moved, you're going to know that somebody tried to get into your door.
Okay.
You know, like the next day you can see.
That makes more sense to me. The whole makes more sense to me if it's crinkled. But how hard is it to get a piece of foil around a fucking doorknob, and it's not going to crinkle when you put it on? Like, come on, what is that? Right?
You know what? Right? I agree with you 100%. Very stupid. Very stupid. What do we got now? Listen, I didn't realize this. You know, we talk about this all the time about older men dating younger women, especially these celebrities. Now, Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke is 100 years old. He's still alive.
I was going to say, is he still alive? Okay. All right.
He's still alive.
All right.
And his wife, Arlene, is 57 years old. 57.
Okay.
Half his age.
Mm-hmm.
If you see him, he looks like he's death run over.
Yeah.
And looks nice, blonde, 57. I don't know how long they've been married. It's just kind of so odd how that. Now, Carol, I mean, we've talked about this so many times. Yeah. Is there really love there? Is there really love there? So if she met him, I kind of hate to sound cruel, but if it wasn't Dick Van Dyke, or am I just talking out loud?
No, you're right. It's Dick Van Dyke's wallet. It's not even Dick Van Dyke. It's like it's nothing, unfortunately, but the fame or money. I think yes. Could there be love? Okay, I'm not that jaded. Yes, I do think that there's love, but if they knew each other a long time ago, but then that would be really creepy because there's 50 years in between the two of them or 43 years in between the two of them. So no, I don't see that. I think she's a caretaker that is, I don't know what they're saying she is, but she's a caretaker at this point. And maybe she does care about him and care for him. And that is something that, he's repaying her by taking care of her. I do it. I told you many times at this point in my life, and even more so now, I'll change diapers. I'd rather change. I don't care. I'll be there for somebody if they need it. If I need to get paid and somebody needs, somebody there to take care of them with dignity and compassion and caring, why not? There's nurses, caretakers out there that get paid a lot of money for that,
They do get paid. I agree. Now, if it was a caretaker, like you said, all right. She's living with me. She's my caretaker. Never mentions caretaker. It says girlfriend.
Okay.
Better yet, wife. It's his wife. Excuse me. Wife.
Oh.
It's his wife.
Well, okay.
It's his wife. So I mean, I don't
Maybe he
know.
wants to
What you
just
can't
give
do
her
too
all his
much.
money. No, he's not doing anything. Nothing. He's laying there. Okay, he's
Nothing.
100.
Not even like getting
I'm
up and
sorry.
walking to taking a walk around the park.
You're not
Boyd
doing
would say,
anything.
"What's love got to do with it?" Boyd,
Yeah,
there you go. What's
exactly.
love got to
Yeah,
do with it? Yeah, good
right.
point.
True.
Boyd, a lady watching named Violet Marie. You guys related? You both have the same last names. So Violet, welcome to the show.
Hmm.
And Boyd. So there's two of you? Uh-oh.
Well, no,
We're
this
in
one's
trouble if
nice.
there's two of
This
you.
one's nice. Hold on. Good afternoon to you both.
What's
Happy
nice?
Thanksgiving to you. So hold on a minute,
Happy
Violet.
Thanksgiving to you guys.
Hey, happy
Happy
Thanksgiving to
Thanksgiving.
you. This is our
Yes,
introduction.
happy Thanksgiving to you. There you go. Be kind to one another. Said change my diapers for $15 an hour. So Boyd says
Mm-mm.
that's his sister. Well, thank you, Boyd, for
Okay.
sharing your sister. How you doing, Boyd's
Yeah.
sister? Hi. Well, good. Thank you. Wait, now, Carol, we got someone new joining us. Be kind
Mhm.
to another. I don't think I've ever seen that name. Almost. Is it related to hanging and banging?
I think hanging and banging is the same person that just changes their name to whatever
Uh,
mood swing they're having that day. Okay. I wish I knew. I'm gonna really make it
yes.
a point. I'm gonna
Well, I'm
figure it
going to
out.
tell you something, guys. I'm going to tell you. I like when people watch the show and comment on the show. We do
Yeah,
appreciate that very much.
yeah, yeah.
Dennis, how you doing? Bears game on Blackfeet Televast. Well, first of all, yeah, they say Channel 32 might show the Bears playing. Now, remember, they're playing this Friday against the Eagles, which the Eagles should beat them. The Eagles are an
Oh,
incredible team.
that's a big
So
game.
it's
Okay.
going to be interesting. It's a 2
Mhm.
o'clock in the afternoon game Friday. So be
Okay.
kind to another, says Moody. Okay, Lilia, how you doing? So, all right. And you're talking about football, Dennis. Also, Major League Baseball said for next year, opening day games are going to be on Netflix. Also, Home Run Derby and the Field of Dreams a game that they have for next year. That stuff will all be on Netflix. It's going to be
Mm.
surprising soon to see if baseball or these events start going on these kind of social media outlets where you're going to have to pay to start watching games. I see that might be happening in the future, Carol.
Well, yeah, for sure. I think it's a huge account to have if Netflix partnered with NFL football or NFL, right? That's huge. But most people, I think, have Netflix, and then I think people got rid of Netflix. Some of them, and they're doing
Yeah,
streaming. There's so many different options now, but they're just
yeah.
going to get the demographic, sports, this, that, and they're going to partner with these people so they can both make money. Obviously.
I agree with you 100%. Makes a lot of sense. You're right. Be kind to one another. The Bears are 8-3, and so are the Steelers 8-3. They are playing in Philadelphia, which is going to make a big difference, folks. And I already talked about the Bears and Steelers, whatever it was. It could have been a completely different game, in my opinion, if their starting quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, was playing. People said
Mm.
Aaron Rodgers lost. No, Aaron Rodgers did not lose because he didn't play. So the Bears did not beat Aaron Rodgers. They beat the Steelers. Packy is in
Mm.
the house. Packy, Angelo, I hope your family, I know you had a death in your family. So, Angelo, my prayers to your family. Mel Lennon Reed, I hope everybody's good. I think your fiance's back in the hospital again. Joanne Lulo, how you doing, buddy? What's going on? It's Twisted Tuesday, me and Carol. Carol, prostitution.
Yeah,
Has
should
there
be
been
legal.
it's a company. It's a company. It's a thing that's been around for centuries.
Yeah.
And in Las Vegas, it's claw girls that you can actually purchase these girls rent these girls for the evening or for a couple of days. The right word to say it, I don't know.
Say whatever you want to say.
Uh,
That's what you do. It's your show.
yeah,
Say it
you
how
know
you
what I mean.
say it
But
how you want to
yeah,
say it.
so now let me ask you something. I don't know this, but is there men prostitutes too? Right? Women. There's a line for women to call to have guy escorts come to the room too as well,
Well,
right?
I don't know. Let me look
Or
in my phone and see where if I have that number in there. I don't know.
thank you.
No, I don't. I'm guessing. Here's the thing. I think what this is the problem. Not a problem. Maybe it is. Uh, yes, prostitution's been around forever, right? I think it should be totally legal. You
Right.
should not have to go. You should not be able to get pinched or whatever and go to jail for soliciting a prostitute. She's making her money, but it's because the government's not getting a kick out of it. That's the reason, right? So,
Yeah.
but for women, I think I think for women it's easier to get sex than it is for men because men aren't as not all men, I'm not trying to generalize, aren't all as picky. Like I don't think a lot of men are used to women just being like, oh yeah, women coming up and saying, you want to have sex? You want to have sex? Maybe nowadays a little more than it used to be, but
Yeah.
I think it's much easier for women. They can go out one night if they really want to have sex and they don't have to pay for it. Guess what? They don't. As a matter of fact, they'll get their drinks paid for and they'll be, it's easier. It's just so much easier for women.
So let me ask you, out of the profession that's been doing for so long,
Mhm.
how many of those professions you think might end up like the movie Pretty Woman? Now, I'm not talking about a rich guy, but I'm talking, do you think that maybe love or something can work after? I mean, say you go see this girl once a week or once a
Mhm.
couple times a week. You have the girl come for your services and everything. You think they might lead into some sort of relationship if it's
Could. I think it could. I mean, why not? The stranger things have happened. And look at you're sharing pretty much one of the most intimate things you could share with the person already. And then if you actually find out you have things in common and you can actually have a conversation with the person, yeah, as long as you could get over the fact that they did this for a living. I think that's the hard part for
yeah.
men and or women. It's a difficult, but people, you know
And
what? They got to do
also
what they got to do sometimes to make a living, you know?
also you don't even know their real name when you meet them for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lightning, or it's never
Cinnamon,
like, hi, my name is Mary.
gummy
How you
bear.
doing? You know what I mean? Yeah,
Right,
are
right.
you there? Or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Right. So
Right.
interesting. Uh,
Mhm.
and we were just talking about women prostitution, folks, and now we're talking. And I know this is kind of interesting how it's going to go to this other story, but
Mhm.
not meaning in a bad way. I'm meaning to the point where Michelle Obama was on an interview and
Mhm.
said that America was not ready for a woman president. And she goes, it was proven by Kamala Harris.
Oh, puff.
I totally disagree. I totally disagree with Michelle Obama. I think if the woman is right, I think Kamala was just the wrong candidate, the wrong
Yeah,
person to represent the American first woman president.
yeah.
If it, I think they're ready for it. I think we're ready for it.
Yeah, I think America is totally ready for the right woman president. I think I would love to see that in my lifetime. I think we will. I hope we will. I don't think the countries that we deal with are ready for a female president. And that is my biggest fear. I always talk about it. My biggest fear is the men that are in power in these other countries that are not like the United States of America, because women have every opportunity here. Okay, we know this. Is they're not ready and they don't look at women as equals at all. So that's where I fear that the other countries aren't ready for a female president, but we are. I think we are craving it. Actually,
I
the
agree.
right
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
people.
I think when they have to go have meetings in other countries, they'll probably get looked down
Oh yeah.
to. I agree with you completely.
Hmm. Hmm.
Dennis from Dennis Lake Geneva says Michelle is a racist. Yeah, I don't know what her views are. I'm not a big fan of the Obamas. I really don't care for that, but that's just me. Be kind to one another. Show your nipple and get a free drink. Okay,
Oh,
there you
true.
go. So,
A
God
nipple's a
bless.
nipple. I mean, you know
Nipple's
what?
a
I'm
nipple.
going to go somewhere expensive for that drink, though. If you're going to see a nipple, it's going to be like one of those $30 drinks, like at Madison Square Garden, which was bullshit
Yeah,
for a
yeah. There
stupid,
you
yeah,
go. Yeah, you're
iced
gonna have
tea.
to go somewhere for pretty expensive to get that. Absolutely.
Yep, yep.
It was actually a couple of days ago. Was Mother Cabrini, the first only Italian saint? Mother Cabrini, we just passed her.
Mhm.
Anyway, all right. We heard about the woman on fire, horrible on the CTA. Oh my God, you heard the story. Bethany, I think of Bethany
Mhm.
McGee, if I have the right name.
Brittany, it's Brittany or Bethany or something. Yeah,
Bethany,
yeah.
26 years old on the CTA. The person, and I'm not even going to mention this guy's name, piece of garbage, 72 prior arrests, Carol,
Mhm.
72 prior arrests. It was done intentionally. I don't know if she was the target I don't think that woman was the target. I just think he just said, "Here's a woman, and I'm going to throw this liquid at her." I don't think it was a
Yeah.
vendetta of anything. I think he just
No.
this whack job. 72 times he's been locked up,
Right.
Carol.
How do you, and this is what I was talking to Eliana about, because, we don't have regular cable at home. So they don't see the regular news. And to be honest with you, I'm happy about that, because it's just so depressing. And then it's going to scare her even more, because I already have her paranoid, to really just keep eyes on the back of your head. But this is what helps me to explain to her why no way am I ever going to drop you, a 14-year-old, off at some event somewhere. Never, never, ever. And when I saw that the other kid, see, people are just standing at a bus stop. They're sitting at a bus stop. They're sitting at very normal places, regular places that we go to. I'm afraid to go to a store now. I am literally spending part of my time looking around and sizing up people to see, what if they do this? Where am I going to go? That's how I'm thinking now. Okay. This kid was 14 years old. That one kid, and he got shot and killed at the Lights. Look at what happened at the Lights Festival,
At the Light Festival.
Christmas
Yeah.
Lights Festival. Then it happened. There were 300 kids running around. Then it happened in North Carolina. Did you hear about that? Same thing during a Christmas Lights Festival. North
Same thing.
Carolina, and then New York. Listen, thank God my trip is over with that. We went right when we did. We were there within a week of that. I don't know if this has to do with that guy being elected. I'm not going to even blame him at this point. But
No.
the
Right.
odds of what somebody was, I don't know if he was murdered, if the guy was killed or not, but stabbed in the back in Times Square. I think he got killed. The person of interest was still on the run. They had that thing that happened in Queens, where there was I don't know, saw this, a neighborhood in Queens. Something happened. They were in an argument, a residential area, just a neighborhood block, and they threw some kind of type of a bomb, like those pipe, I don't know, in a car.
Sure.
Put it on fire. When the cops got there, they're not listening to the cops. This was in a residential area. They interviewed the people of the neighborhood. Actually, they interviewed a woman. She was an older Italian woman. And she's like, what is going on here? What the police, their hands are tied. We can't live like this. This isn't our world. This isn't our neighborhood. When I see stuff on Facebook like this, I just keep posting, same in Chicago. Like, it's growing. It's growing. And these things are now becoming more not accepted, but people are getting used to them happening. Like, as part of, this is just part of life now. We're going to end up, this is going to be like one of those movies that people are talking about, like The Escape from New York, or this. How are our kids going to grow up? My kids are young. I can't take them. I won't let Eliana. I don't even want to let Gianni. He's 17. At this point, he can do what he wants. He's going to be 18 in a few months. I'm afraid for him to go to a movie theater. Like, how awful is that? How awful is that? To go have fun, go do stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy, Carol. You're absolutely right. I mean, look, and they're doing it if you noticed, they're doing it at the Christmas lighting. There's going to be enough people. When they did it in Highland Park during the parade, the 4th of July parade.
Yes.
It's just targeting. It's just saying, and our governor still and our mayor still says the crime is down. This guy's complete. And what I've had, I really don't care so much about Pritzker. The people that gets this guy elected is the people that concern me. Are the Democrats who voted for these two fucking assholes. And I hate to use that swear word right now during the holiday, but I can't come up with a better word. This is how this guy got elected.
Right.
If this guy wins again, what does it take for the people from Chicago or Illinois for our governor?
People are going to move out.
Crazy.
More. For sure.
Never tiptoe through life. Never tiptoe. Go ahead, Carol. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying more people are going to move out. And then, you know what? I think the law that needs to change the most, and honestly, the people up in Springfield or down Springfield, whatever, is from now on, something has to be changed in legislation where if these people, like the guy that set the girl on fire 72 times, that's too many. That's just ridiculous. It's a joke. But with a certain amount of times that these people have been let out, if they kill somebody or do something like this to someone, then the blood has to be on the hands of either the judicial system in some capacity. I don't know if it's a judge, But the judges typically, I think, look, it's like a it's a domino effect. The judges can only do so much because in the last year and a half, I've learned a lot. They can only do so much because of the Safety Act, right? Like I've heard them say, if it wasn't for the Safety Act, you would be in jail, my friend, but there's certain things that they have to abide by. So then it should go to the
Sure.
state. I'm sorry, whoever's high up there, they need to start getting sued or put in jail themselves because the blood's on your hand at this point. If you're making laws like this and people are getting out over and over and over again and they're killing people, do we have to wait till they kill somebody, God forbid, in your own family for you to feel what this feels like? That how these everyday people, middle class to lower class people that are just trying to make a living, their children are getting killed. Their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters, they're brown, black. It doesn't matter. They're human beings. It doesn't matter. But unfortunately,
No,
it's
I get it.
It's happening.
Yeah. It's happening in these neighborhoods. And just like you said, it's got to happen. You know what? It's got to happen if it happened to one of the mayor's kids or cousins or family or Prickster's kids or family, then that's the only way something's going to change. And we're getting into the Christmas season. We're getting into the holiday season. I mean, this is just November. Look what's happened in the last couple of weeks. Wait. God forbid, wait. Here's a great quote. Never tip through life. Let them hear every damn step of you.
Yep.
And I love that.
Yep.
Never perfect. And then you got these people like this woman driver doing 107 miles an hour in Florida. Cop pulls her over, 21-year-old kid saying, "Why are you speeding? I wanted to get to Little Caesars, get some pizza before the store closed." 107 miles an hour.
Yep.
To go pick up the Little Caesars pizza. These are just crazy people in this crazy world. And look, I like some of these, like Kelly Clarkson. I don't know much about her. I don't watch her show.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think if she's talented, I couldn't tell you if she's talented or not. I don't know. But it's just, I like one of the quotes that she said made a lot of sense. Calm down. Just get old. Be glad because not everybody gets a chance to get old. Now, in one way, that's good. But then when you get to that certain age, yeah, you know what I mean? So
easy.
It's good.
Yeah. But be grateful, like for the things that we should be grateful for, because really the alternative is we can't stop from getting old. We could stop from maybe showing our age, eat healthy, live a good, healthy life, do your workouts, blah, 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 eat right. But, you can maybe fight that challenge, but you're not going to fight getting older. And so what's the other, like they say, the alternative is not to get old is to die. Right. So, just do the best with what you have, with what's your time that you do have. It sucks. I don't like to go down that rabbit hole.
You hit it.
When I do in my head.
Hit it right on the mark.
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow for sure.
You hit it right on the mark. It's a crazy world. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things. Of course, on the south side of Chicago. Anthony Potenzo, what's up, brother? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, a bunch of mega bullshit, delusional bootlickers. Okay, well, we got an opinion there. Okay, well, we'll take any opinion. I said, whatever side you guys are on. Hey, that's what the show's about. Freedom of speech, my friends. Freedom of speech. That's what I always say. Target employees must now make eye contact and smile 10 feet in front of the shopper. Target rules. Hear about this, Carol, now. The people that work must make eye contact at you when they talk to you, and they have to be 10 feet in front of you, smiling. Hello, how can I help you? I mean, isn't that? And they're changing this now. Isn't that supposed to have been in?
It's you know why these big corporations feel like they don't. A lot of times don't have to do shit because people are going to go shop there no matter what. But you know what? People are getting sick of it, and they have Amazon. Guess what? People can buy stuff all over the place now. They don't have to deal with ignorant, terrible, no customer service having asses. Because I'll tell you what, there is no customer service left out there anymore. It's so bad. And yeah, it's about time they're telling these people, guess what? when I learned how to bartend or whatever, started training. I was already in customer service since I was 12 with our restaurants and stuff. But the second I would hire, when I
Yeah.
was the hiring person for bartending, I knew in the first 2 minutes, two minutes, if I wanted that person bartending. Because if they don't walk into an interview with a happy attitude, a smile, and a good handshake, I don't want you. You cannot teach personality. You could teach bartending to just about anybody. But you cannot teach work ethic and you cannot teach personality. So if it's not there when you got them, don't bother. That's how I hired people, because customer service is brutal out there right now. Mm-hmm.
No, I get it, but it's like this is funny that they're making a campaign out of this. Hey, our salespeople have to smile and look you in the eye. I mean, this is like customer service number one when they're training you. It's
You
like
think
it's a big
you
campaign, and everybody's supposed to be happy about this. It's completely crazy, completely nuts.
yeah.
This is interesting. What schools sell the most booze during college football? At games, I
Ooh,
mean, through their games. Wisconsin,
okay.
3,000. I mean, that's a lot. My God. 2.74 million in Nebraska, 3 million in Wisconsin, 1,023,000 in Tennessee. These are how much people are drinking during college games. And you say that nobody's drinking, right? We're trying to say that people are trying to come down on their drinking,
Mhm.
but they do drink at college games.
Oh
That's
yeah.
huge.
The parents and the
I see that.
students, because you got both the
There's
generations there. That's the thing. The parents are drinking probably just as much or more because they're hanging out with their maybe older adult children. It's a game. There's nothing wrong with
no,
that.
I
As long
agree
as you're
with
not
you
drinking.
100%. Crazy as it is, Elon Musk back in the news again, ladies and gentlemen. He was on the Joe Rogan show, and he said there will be a first flying car, the new Tesla Roadster,
Mm.
2026.
It's called the Roadster, and it's going to be flying. That doesn't make
Yeah,
sense to me, Elon.
no, it doesn't. That doesn't make sense at all. But the new Tesla Roadster 2026, the first flying car. I mean, I wouldn't want to buy. I wouldn't want to be the person who buys the first, first lot, the ones off the lot. I'd have to wait and see if this thing actually really works. But it would be cool to have.
I think it'll work. I think, look, we have planes, we have fighter jets. That's going to be a simple thing to create, okay, to build. The problem is who's going to be guiding this? Look, we already have issues with the FAA. All right. Who's going to be guiding cars in the sky? I mean, come on. And then it's going to have to be at a certain elevation, right? I can't wait to, I don't know if I want to see it because I think that there's just way too many problems that's going to come. How is that going to happen? How? I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, especially if you're
Mm.
stuck in traffic in the city downtown Chicago or in LA, and you're stuck in traffic and you want to push the fly thing on where the thing would go up like the Jetsons and you'd fly over the traffic, right?
Wow. I mean,
I
that
don't
would be
know.
good. I'd like to have it, but I can't even picture, I can't imagine how they're going to navigate that at all. But I'm interested in finding and seeing it.
I would, yeah, me too. Very interesting. You watch an Ocean
Mhm.
Spit little show about big things, folks. Of course, the 22nd of November, John F. Kennedy was our 35th president, was shot in Dallas 62 years ago. And we're going to talk about tomorrow, my good friend Matt Cassane, he knows a lot about music, but he's also a big Kennedy conspiracy
Oh,
therapist. And we're going to have Matt on the show talking about the bullets, the magic bullets, all the different shots, and we're talking about the Kennedy assassination tomorrow on Ocean's Pit. Like you were saying, the ABC News shooting, as crazy as that was. Beauty
mhm.
pageants, are they rigged? There's one right now. Miss Universe says that these beauty pageants are rigged. Now, I could see that easily being done. I don't know. Did you have your kids in a beauty pageant? Were you in a beauty pageant growing up as a kid? Did your mom take you? Do you believe
Yes.
some of this stuff is rigged?
Well, she signed me up, okay, when I was like 15. And I was like, I don't want to do it. She's like, just do it, whatever. So I did it. Um, I was in a couple of them. Yeah, I think they can easily be rigged. Listen, I don't whoever the judges are, they are. Now, I remembered meeting this girl who was like from a child did beauty pageants. I think she won, or she was runner up at that particular pageant. I got to know her. Her name I remember is Jamie Converse. I'll never forget her name. I've not looked her up since really, but she was really cool. But what I do remember her saying is she was so upset for getting runner up, and she was so panicked, and so like the parents, I think, were, that's what happens in a lot of these things. It's the parents that are pushing this stuff on their kids and putting pressure on them to do it. But I think they could easily be rigged. If we have an entire whether it's NFL or baseball, things that are rigged for gambling purposes, that's a big thing.
Sure.
A pageant, I think it could easily be rigged. Are they rigged? I don't know. I'm sure that's happened at some point here and there with money. Money's involved.
Yeah. What about the universal? I mean, the universal one when it's worldwide. What about those two as well? I mean, I could see it. You never know these days.
Sure, I can see it for sure. Especially like I said, where money's involved, and if somebody has that much money and it's that important to them, I think palms can get greased very easily because money talks. We know that, but for the right amount. Everything's for sale.
The right amount. It's amazing what you can do in life. You're absolutely right, folks. Ocean Spit, Little Show about big things. Guys, don't forget, the Chicago Music Cruise is right around the corner. NTD Vacations, my good friend Mary, of course. It's January 17th to January 24th. It's the MSC World America brand new ship, 7-night Western Caribbean cruise, Miami, Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and Ocean Cay, folks. Seventh Heaven, and of course, Tony Ocean, the main event band. Hope you guys can join us. Go to chicagomusiccruise.com. Put in Tony Ocean or give Mary a call at 630-6725 and just tell them, you want to go on the ocean with Ocean. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are definitely excited about that. Udo Kier has passed away. He was a great German actor. He was a character actor. Dies. What great actor. You see him in a lot of movies. You would never know his name, but you know that kind of face, and he passed away. Gary Fensick, for all you Bears fans out there, he's not doing too well. He was known as, of course, the Prince of Darkness when he was the Bears. Prayers to Gary Fensick. FDA recalls blood pressure medicine. I forgot who was sending me. Somebody sent me, it could have been Boyd, send me stuff about all the recalls and why these things are all being recalled. And now blood pressure medicine. Do you imagine that, giving your family that, or somebody's on the blood pressure and it's recalled and it ends up screwing you, or hurting you? It's nuts. Oh, just crazy. Also, another thing, a horrible story that happened over the past weekend. Of course, 2 dead, 1 wounded at Two Brothers Roundhouse. You hear about this in
not
Aurora.
too far from me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
With the shooter, I guess the guy ended up killing himself too.
What's going on? Like literally, you can't even sit in a restaurant now. Like you know how they have the stickers on the they have stickers on the doors with it says like no guns, right? And people joke around like, oh, I can't bring my gun. Like you're not gonna know. What are we? I feel like we're gonna be in a world, in a society soon. I really do, where there's gonna be like metal detectors walking into any business. Like I just, that's what I think. And do I think that's a horrible idea? No. If people are walking in,
not anymore, I don't.
People, I don't.
Not anymore, I don't.
No, I don't either. Yeah. I don't either. And unless this concealed carry, but then how is that going to work? But the gun's in the right people's hands, people that have concealed carry. I don't fear that typically. I don't. It's in the wrong hands. It's the people that are very mentally ill or just deranged, crazy lunatics. Yeah. That a lot of these people, it's a domestic violence stuff. They can't handle that the woman is leaving them, or they're getting divorced, or they cheated on them. Whatever shit happens, right. Move on. Yeah. Kill people and end your own life, or go to jail for the rest of your, not the rest of your life anymore. You don't get life typically. Right? Yeah.
I mean, I agree. This one, if you guys didn't hear about it, Two Brothers Roadhouse in Aurora was on the 22nd. It was just this past Saturday, 9 a.m. 2 people killed, 1 injured. The guy's name was Brian Heidemann, if I got it right, 43 years old. He ended up killing himself. I mean, It's just one after another. It's just like one story after another.
Mhm.
It's just a sad world that we live in. Our prayers go out to the family, of course, and the two brothers did close for a couple days, and I think they are reopened again.
Yeah.
But who's going to want to go there now? I mean, it's going to kill their business too.
The thing is it was very isolated. It was a specific person.
Yeah,
it was somebody they knew they were there. But look,
yeah,
this could happen anywhere. You think about going and sitting. Look at you. You perform 4 nights a week at least, right?
yeah,
At venues. That's scary. You're in that type of environment more often than most people. Most people don't go out
yeah,
4 or 5 nights a week.
yeah. Sure.
Other than your followers, they live
Yeah,
the life.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
you know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
You're going to either live your life and do what you got to do and think of it at like, well, I'm not going to stop living my life because of it, because of what could happen. Because typically the things that they say the things that you worry the most about happening to you will never happen to you. That's not how it's going to happen. Are the things that you sit and worry about all the time. That's why they say it's a waste to worry, right? But it could happen anywhere. It just doesn't matter. It's the time, the place, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't think we can
Right.
control
It
that.
really is. You got to watch your surroundings, folks, and
Yes.
that's all there is to it.
Yes.
There's an interesting. I think we talked about this many times already.
Mhm.
Retirement age. They're thinking about moving the retirement age, Carol, to 70 now instead of 65, 67, whatever it is. But now they're saying 75 to 80 is the average life expectancy. So you retire at 70
Yeah.
and you're dead in 5, 10 years
I
afterwards.
mean,
So they don't end up paying all their Social Security.
right,
It's crazy.
right.
Rebecca, how are you? And Radar, what's up, buddy? 70 years old. Okay, I'm going to be 63 next month. So that's still, I mean, it's another almost
Mhm.
10 years. I have to go back 8 years, whatever, 9 years. It's scary. They just don't want to end up paying these people once they
Right,
retire Social
right,
Security, whatever it's going to be.
right. I mean, that's if I was younger, obviously we all think like that. But to anybody that is younger, either whatever, even in your 20s or 30s, is start saving now. Invest in something that can grow your money a little bit. Do that early on so you can retire at you're 60 years old. Or if you're in what are the trades? You get your how many years? 25, 30,
Yeah,
20.
yeah,
Do that. Start at
and
19,
get out.
20, and guess what? You're gonna be out by 52. Do that. That's where I would encourage my son to say, you know what, you love doing your music. I know somebody who's extremely successful. He's like a pipe fitter or something. He started when he was like 19, 20 years old. He's
Yeah,
just now starting to break into the music business. He's been doing it a long time, but he's very good. And he does both. He does that on the weekends. He does his
yeah,
job as the pipe fitter. And you know what? Doing great for himself. You can do both. You can do both. You just got to balance
yeah.
it out, but save your money. Get a cash job on the side if you don't mind doing something like that, and put that money under your mattress or whatever you got to do. Put it
Man,
away.
whatever you got to do to put it. Yeah,
It's going to buy you freedom later.
absolutely. You're watching Ocean Spit, little show about big things. The weather for today, folks, it's Tuesday, the 25th of November. Of course, brought to you by the JRC Ace Hardware Store. 50 degrees out there, 89% humidity, 5-mile-an-hour winds, 20% chance of rain at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 7 o'clock. And, of course, they're saying that we might even get some snow on Thanksgiving weekend. So should be interesting to see what's going on with that. Carol, this will be the first time, November 25th, 2025. Yeah, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see. The last time this happened was 100 years ago.
Wow.
Interesting.
Mhm.
All right, tongue piercing. What's it about? Why do people do it? There's a lot of different reasons why people think they do it.
Okay.
I think what they got here is it's a couple of people said it makes them how they feel, makes them feel better. It's almost like a sign of some sort of how it's almost like when you fairy got your first earring or when you got your first tattoo.
Okay.
Why did you do it? Why did you get that? So you think why with the tongue piercings? Why you think that's done? And what do you think the generation between our generation, maybe the younger people that are doing it?
I mean, I think it very much is similar to tattoos or whatever. I think some people, when they get it, this is me asking people why they've done it, because I do. I ask people, why would you do that? Why would
Yeah,
you get a hole in your tongue?
sure, sure, right,
You
right.
know, and they're like, well, it's something that they do. They play with. It's like something that they play with in their mouth. Like it's like a nervous thing, like for
Okay,
nerves. Okay,
all
you know,
right.
you have fidgets in your hands. They'll be like, oh, I just
Yeah,
play with it all the time with
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
teeth.
yeah,
Others say it's a sexual thing. They say,
yeah,
"Oh, it's great when, I'm doing
yeah,
this or
yeah,
doing that." People
yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um, I I really just think it's something that they just think is cool, just like a tattoo or any
Or an earring,
accessory or an earring, right?
or
Right in your
an
nose,
earring, or a
you
nose
know.
piercing, or when
Yeah.
we were 14, I got my first earring at 14
Hmm.
when my right
Yeah.
hand, my mother thought, my dad thought I was almost killed me.
Right.
The only time he actually paid attention to me. Yeah. So it's crazy, crazy. I know. A
Well, there
lot of
you
stuff
go.
happens.
Maybe attention is one of the things that
It
maybe
could
that's
be attention.
attracting it for attention. Yeah. Mm.
It was. I think that's a lot of people do things for different reasons for attention. That makes a lot of
Yep.
sense. You
Yep.
watching Ocean's Pit, Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Illinois. Danny and Robin Mazzy, of course, Danny Mazzy, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, Armando Supermarkets. Get your groceries, get your stuff for Thanksgiving. All right, interesting. This is got some different stories. So you're telling me they spend $200 billion every single year on cancer research, and the only thing to show for it is 75% increase in cancer deaths since 1990s.
Things that make you
Carol,
go,
I know it's the big pharma, and I know they'll never come up with a cure for cancer, even though Russia has a pill, supposedly, that they're going to release some sort of pill. I don't
hmm.
know. You're telling me they spend $200 billion every year, and now we have more increase in cancer. What's your thought?
I think that's an excellent point to make. And I think people should, if it's a fact, it's a statistic, it's a fact, obviously. And we all know that cancer is rampant more than ever now. So what is it? It definitely is what's in our foods. It's what we're ingesting, it's what we're breathing in. So you got vapes, you've got nicotine things that people chew on and suck on. They've got, what okay, but that's a person's choice, right? So they're
Correct.
choosing to do that. Now, certain things should they be put in cigarettes? I think were made very differently back then. I think there's some really bad shit now in cigarettes, right? That they're putting in extra to make people more sick. Because God forbid, I mean, my dad's been smoking since he was 12. Okay, he's 79. But there's a lot of factors there. But the thing is what's in our food. I was just telling my daughter because she's so afraid of that cancer. It's everywhere. Everything we
Yeah.
hear is cancer, and I'm like, it's scary because it's in our foods and they're going to take red dye out. This is where that Kennedy, RFK, he needs,
Robert Kennedy.
yeah, like
Junior.
these things, we have to at least try it. I don't know why people are bitching about it, that he's not a doctor, he's not this. You don't have to be a doctor to know that you've
No.
read. There's groups on Facebook pages that a lot of women I know that follow these pages because they have younger kids, right? Whether you're a Republican or Democrat, guess what? It doesn't matter. You don't want your kid to get cancer from shit that they're putting in candy, potato chips, Doritos, Cheetos, all the colored stuff that sticks on your fingers. They say if you're eating something and the color goes off on your fingers, don't do it, because it's these dyes, right? So these people are on these pages and they're saying this. So that's what they're trying to do. Remove the dyes, remove the stuff that has these cancer agents or whatever that makes cancer grow or however it works. Get them out of our food. The stuff they're injecting, the stuff that they're pesticides, it's everywhere. Fruit. You can eat healthy fruit. The only thing is maybe the fish. This is why they say if you eat off the land, fishermen, if you fish for your fish, you clean them up yourself and you eat them. Guess what? I guarantee those people are not getting cancer.
They're not. And that's why they got 85, 90-year-old fishermen out there still fishing because they're eating healthy.
Exactly.
You got it. We got some interesting stuff coming in with people's questioning. Rose, hi, Rose. How you doing, hon? A cured patient is a lost customer. How true is that?
Yeah.
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 Nicotine cancer, correct. Danny Raimondi, how you doing? Rick Captain, step up. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I mean, we've known it. They've been saying for years. Yeah, Yvette, how you doing? Well, David, what's up, buddy? Hope you and Robin are well. Danny, good look forward, buddy. Look forward to seeing you Saturday at Villaggio. Yes, I have cancer. Thank God all my last CT scans came back good. Nothing spread. I'm doing good. Well, good, Yvette. I hope you're doing well. And give my best to Lisa. I hope she's doing well as well. All right. Now, we were talking about money, big pharma, cancer, all this stuff that we're talking about. Carol, to end homeless in the United States of America, they say roughly $20 billion will end homeless in the United States of America. To end world hunger in the United States of America, roughly they're saying $40 billion. Education for people in the United States, $80 billion. But America's taxpayers have sent Israel $320 billion.
I mean,
why
proof
don't
is right
they
there.
want to stop this? Why not help the homeless? Or how about free health care? I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. They just keep, like you said, they're not going to get a piece of the pot.
Mm-hmm. It's all of that. That's everything. That's everything. So this is where be careful who you elect. Because once the people are elected in certain positions, listen, it's sometimes close to impossible to get them out, especially the very, very, some of the rich people. And I know people are going to say Donald Trump is a billionaire, whatever. But you know what, though? Here's the thing. He grew. Yes. Did his dad have money? Yeah. But I had this argument with somebody and it became an argument. And I don't like arguing. I wasn't even arguing politics. I would have an argument like this with anybody on this to this point. There's a lot of people I know that are millionaires 10 times over. A few people, not a lot, but a few. And a lot of these people I've talked to at length, okay, they owned big companies. I bartended for many years. I got a lot of stories. And you know what? They said their kids drained them of all their money because they were into drugs, alcohol, everything bad. And they blamed themselves. They said, I should have done this. I should have made it harder for them. I should have not given them things, but when you have the money, you want to do right for your kids. When I look at Trump, this is the one thing I can say, and I would say it about any millionaire or billionaire. I look at their kids. I always look at the people's kids to see what do they think of their parents? What do they think about their mother? What do they think about their father? Yeah. Now, there's going to be times where maybe they have their own issues, and they don't. But if you respect your father, you've not only done that, you've followed in their footsteps. He's had money your entire life, a lot of money. Obviously, he did what was the right thing to do. He made them learn. He made them go to school, get a work ethic. If you're not going to go to school, you're going to work. Listen, you're following somebody's lead, okay? So they have to give this guy some credit for being a good parent, at least. I mean, and to me, that speaks volumes about a person, is being a good parent. You might not be the best person in the world sometimes to other people. Sure. I know people like that. Yeah. They're horrible human beings. They're great parents. They love their children. They'll do anything for them, But I look at that and I say, he can't be all that bad. If his kids respect him, they love him, and look at they're out there they're doing good things. They're doing charitable things. They could have been drunks. They could have been drug addicts. They could have been mentally ill. That happens sometimes more when you have parents with a lot of money. Because the parents, a lot of times with a lot of money, not always, they neglect their children. They throw money at them like people now throw iPads at kids to shut them up, to get them out of their face. But this guy was a millionaire, then turned billionaire for so many years. For his kids to be where they are, to me, that speaks volumes. And I will make that argument to any very rich person and look at their kids.
I agree with you too. Look at the parents, look at the kids, how they ended up. That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And, so we've talked about that. That's a completely different story on that. But here, 98 House Democrats voted against 2 announced socialism. I mean, 98 of them. They still want socialism. But why? So they can take control? It doesn't work. Other people have tried it in different countries. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
No. And stop penalizing people. It's stop penalizing people and trying to thwart them from being a dreamer, to be successful, to make that money. It's like you're penalizing the people who work hard all their lives, bust their asses to have that money. Then you're going to tax them to death because you worked hard, you went to school or didn't go to school, but you built an empire with you and your family. Why are you going to penalize them and start taxing the shit out of them because you did well, because you did what was right, because you stuck to your guns and never gave up? You're going to get penalized. What's that telling our kids now? No, don't do that because you're going to get taxed to death. Don't go and become a capitalist. No, that doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. People have to start thinking.
I agree with you.
Sense.
Yeah, and that need to do. Life is tough, but you have to be tougher. Jeanette, that's good. Makes sense. Ronnie B. Daryl Armenstadt, what's up, brother? Boy, the truth is nobody knows. And that's the scary thing about everything that we're talking about. We can hear stuff on social media. We can read it. We can even follow it up. We can even Google it. We can find out whatever it is. Whoever's controlling these answers are the one that knows the truth. And you're absolutely right about that. And it's crazy. Our prayers go out to our good, the mayor of my town of Elk Grove. He's got prostate cancer. So our prayers go out to Craig Johnson. And I hope our prayers go out to the mayor of Elk Grove Village. 82% of tattoos linked contained hidden ingredients, of course, to cause cancer. Everything is causing cancer. There's something called the world's deadliest food, and 200 people a year still eat it. It's called cassava, Cassava. It's YUCA. It's like a fruit or a vegetable in certain regions where people still eat this. But it will kill you. It's almost like the Americans. Give it to the Americans. Let them try it.
Yeah, guinea pigs.
Let's see what happens.
We're the guinea pigs.
Yeah, we are the guinea pigs. Big stuff coming up, folks. On the December 3rd, we'll be at Rosario's for Tony Ocean Christmas show. I'm excited about that. On the 4th, we'll be at the Tivoli Theater in Downers Grove. It's going to be Ocean's Rat Pack and Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones. A double bill. We did it a year ago. This is the Christmas one. In Indianapolis on the 6th of December. The Lyric Theater, 2 shows on the 12th, December 13th. On the 27th, of course, Tony O, my 63rd birthday bash, part 1 on the north side. And then I'm excited about JMOS on the south side on the 28th. I've only played there once with Ocean's Rat Pack. This is my whole band plus special guests, Louis Pipes, Felix Greco. A lot of people will be joining us on the 28th. New starting time, 3 to 7. That's JMOS on the 28th. New Year's Eve will be at Avanti Banquets in Fox River Grove. Christmas show on December 18th at Bellagio. And Royal Berry on the south side also on the 13th. Guys, we got about 2 minutes left, Carol. And guests that we got a couple of guests coming up. Excited in the next couple of weeks. Carl Jeremisi, of course, the big man behind the Buckinghams. I'm excited. Chicago comedian Bill Beatty will be joining us. Also, astrology consultant Lorraine Hackett will be joining us too, and she's actually from Arizona, so she'll be joining us too in the next couple of weeks. Boy, we got so much crap going on. I hope you're doing good on your end. Everything good on your end. What's going on with? We know that in this particular. Carol, now you've been doing this show now for a while. Does anybody come up to you and accuse you maybe of your political views by being on this show? Because usually you don't really stress your political views. You usually, when you're talking, you're looking at both sides and you're saying what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong, in your opinion. And we both, again, we seen Conservative Ant last week over at Venutis, and I met him a couple of times before, and we were in Florida together, and some of the stuff. And I asked him when they were on the show, I go, "Are you ever afraid?" I mean, they got 1.5 million views, followers that follow these guys, him and Blake. If you ever get afraid to be like that person, like Charlie Kirk, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated,
Oh,
and
yeah.
his opinion, what his response was that we're kind of more open. He also rips on the conservatives when they screw up as the liberals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he definitely sticks to his guns. It's so weird. I went to go see a thing for WLS that day that you guys were doing the event at Venuti's, and I wanted to go see the guys from WLS in the morning. And I went. They were having it at Augustino's. It was just so random, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go because I listen to them sometimes. I really like them. I wanted to meet them. So I went to Augustino's by myself, and I had the day to myself, and I thought, okay, cool. And I swear to you, okay, in my head, I thought this is where God just shows up and says, I'm still there, sister. I'm still there. So I was sitting at a table talking to everybody that was at this event. It was like a Friendsgiving, right? For WLS, talking to everybody. And people are like, oh, are you their boss? Do you work for WLS? Because I dressed up a little because I knew I was going to Venuti's later to meet Conservative Ant and see the show.
Sure.
So I'm sitting at this table and I'm thinking to myself, how crazy would it be if Conservative Ant walks in here and to do a food review, because they were here doing food reviews, right? And I thought, how cool would it be that I just got to sit and talk with him here? All of a sudden, I'm just sitting there and I look up, and who's the face I see walking towards me is Danny Raimondi. And behind him, I see the pink Patriot hat. And I was like you would have thought Jesus Christ himself just walked in. I was like this, no effing way. No effing way. I was like, I looked up and I went like this. You're still here with me. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
so they weren't going to let him come sit back there because there was no, it was like a private event. So they didn't have anywhere to sit. And when I went and hugged Danny, she goes, oh, you know her? I'll go set up a table next to her there. And I was like, oh, okay. So I literally got to sit and talk to Anthony. I was a huge fan of his before, and I've watched him all this last year very, very regularly. And we sat together in the booth, and he was eating his food, and his friend Blake was so nice. But I got to have like a 1 hour. We sat, we bullshitted. He's a great guy. And let me tell you, he does call out people on the same side. But he is truly conservative, but he was not always a conservative. How I gather, he was pushed to it because you were being put in this bubble of this new Democratic Party, and he wasn't having it because so much of us used to be like that. But this is not who we are. We can't be those people, these radical people. I just like that he makes it funny. He's talented. He does skits. I mean, he's just real. And I think he's just going to blow up even more. He's got, like I said, a combined 1.5 million followers for Conservative Ant.
Yeah.
He has grown and grown and grown, just sticking to his guns and being himself.
And who he is. Right.
Yes.
And
So
what I respect him about, he tells on both sides. He gives it. If you get a chance to listen to him, some people won't listen to him. They've already told me they won't. But because of their being liberals or Democrats. But I'm trying to say, listen to the guys, listen to him, because he will rip. He will rip on the conservative side, and he'll rip on the liberal side. And he tells you like it is. Now, and like I said, it makes a lot of sense. And I think that's the way you should be. Not like me, who just, me. I try to be a little bit more open. You've been on the show. You've known me for a while.
No one gives me shit. No one gives me shit. No one's given me any, at least not outwardly. No one has said anything to me. I try to be common sense. I try to be diplomatic about things because I do like to listen to other people's points. I do. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm a mom. I have kids that are still young. Like, everybody has different reasons for voting a certain way. Okay. I get that. These are just my reasons that I talk about.
Yeah. And it makes a lot of sense. Right. I mean, no one's actually come up to me except the person just now just destroyed us both, whoever his name was.
What did
he say? MAGA bullshit, bootlicker, whatever. But you know what? I don't care. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. And especially when you go live, when you put yourself on a platform, you're going to get shit with that.
Yeah, I know.
and I'm happy that people do respond no matter what.
Mhm.
As long as you're tuning in,
Yeah.
Georgia, and I hope you're doing well, you and your family. Yeah. So anyway, guys, we are already way over 1 o'clock. Some quick birthdays. Don't forget to the Black Wednesday or the day before Thanksgiving. It's going to be huge, huge. A lot of surprise guests. Wednesday at Positano's in Oak Brook. That's going to be Jerry Jams and Lisa P. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Jerry Jams, and then of course Villaggio. Tony Toto, Danny Ramundi, and Christian Knievel live with us this Saturday at Rosario's. We're very happy about that in Roselle. Stevie Van Zandt, 75 years old. Rodney Dangerfield, Jamie Lee Curtis, 66. Mark Ruffalo, like the actor, like him a lot, 57 years old. Scarlett Johansson, 41. Rick Monday, the former Chicago Cub, 80 years old. Harold Remus from Chicago. Steve Perry, former singer of Journey, 76. Michael Strahan, former New York Giants. I love him. Marlo Thomas, St. Jude's, 88 years old. Former president, 40th president of the United States. Former President Joe Biden turns 83 years old this past weekend. John Cusack, 59. Tweety Bird and Sylvester Tweety Bird turns 83 years old today. Joe Garagiola, great bass player in Chicago, great guy. Tommy Shekel, great drummer from the Buckinghams. And Bam Bam Rubble, 62 years old. Bam Bam, 62 years old. Wow. Come to the end of the hour, folks. We want to thank you all for watching. And let's not forget our good friends from Ace Hardware. This year, they went all out with unique and quirky Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers, including the perfect pets. It's a life-like sleeping pet that breathes. They're wonderful companions for seniors and veterans, providing a lifelike living ownership experience starting at $35.99. That's right, at Black Friday, November 28th, all Carhartt clothes 25% off, and Christmas lights on sale all month long. Outdo your neighbors with strings of 100 starting as low as $9.99. And December 1st, folks, all Christmas stuff is off 25%. Absolutely. Mama D's Breads also, folks. Holiday favors are back. Pumpkin check, cranberry, peppermint, caramel apple. They have the old favorites, banana, blueberry, chocolate chip, lemon, all. God, contact my sister Natalie, 847-533-0400, private messenger, and Natalie Bosch, BOSCH. Jill, I knew you bought a whole bunch. I appreciate it. They start at $11. Get ready for the holiday season. Tomorrow, Matt Cassane will be talking the Kennedy assassination 62 years ago. Carol, you have a great day, and you enjoy whatever you're doing out there. Give my best to the family. Guys, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment. It's important, guys. And if you're offended with this show or any other show, turn the channel. And just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Remember that. Got to be kind to one another.
Are we doing a Thanksgiving show? Are we doing a Thanksgiving show or no?
No,
we're not.
I think we're all
Thursday,
going to be listening. Okay. Yeah, take the day off, enjoy, eat the turkey. Hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving? What are you going to be doing?
Oh, I'm going to go to my nephew's house for he's got the 2 little kids now, so we're just going to go there, and then it's my mom's birthday a couple days later, so we're just going to celebrate her birthday then on Thanksgiving. So you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving too.
Thank you so much, guys. Hey, guys, peace and love. Peace and love, everybody. Be back tomorrow with Matt Cassane, and we're talking about the Kennedy assassination 63 years later. Happy holidays, everybody. Peace and love. God bless you, everybody. Nick Sahajas, wherever you're at, still there. I think you are. I hope you are. I don't know. It's all screwed up. Take us. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Woo, roll them up. Bye-bye.